So, welcome to my class, and in this class, we are continuing on with index numbers. In the last class, we discussed about the formulae for calculating weighted index numbers, and in this, we are talking about the weighted aggregative method, and that too, we are going to talk about Laspeyre's method. Alright, so there are three methods: Laspeyre's, Pastrys and Fisher's. So in this we are going to do the Laspeyre's method. So just have a look. Look at this. So methods of constructing weighted index numbers, and we are doing the weighted aggregative method, and there are three methods that we will talk about, but in this class particularly I'm only going to talk about what is known as a Laspeyre's method. So this method uses the base period quantities as weights. A weighted aggregative price index using base period quantities as weight is known as Laspeyre's price index. Now this provides an explanation to the question that if the expenditure on base period basket of commodities like A, B, C, D was rupees 100, how much should be the expenditure on the current period on the same basket of commodities? As you can see that based on the value of base period quantities has risen by 24.7% due to price rise. Okay. So, using this base period quantities as weights, we can conclude that the price is said to have risen by 24.7%. So, let me just explain this in a little detail. So, this is the numerical given to you. These are the commodities A, B, C and D. Price in 2010 is 20, 50, 40, 20, and based on these prices the quantity which was bought is 8, 10, 15 and 20. So A commodity, price was 20, quantity bought was 8, 50, 10, 40, 15, 20, 20. Okay. Now prices and quantity. So whatever it is, like the quantity, the units could be different. Alright. So here again the price in 2015. So the price in 2015 we'll call it as current year price as P1. This was base year price as P0. Base year quantity as Q0. Now this price like 40, 60, 50, 20. So this is the price in the current year. Now in Laspeyre's method we are not bothered about the quantity bought here. We are talking about the same price. We are talking about the price difference, but the quantities we've taken as the same, just to figure out what has been the increase. Okay, so what has been the net increase in prices? So here the formula would be, let me just write down. Laspeyre's formula is P price index, that is price of current year prices over the base year price, is equal to sigma P1 into Q0 upon sigma P0 into Q0 into 100. So this is what it's going to be. Alright. So now when we do this, now let's go ahead. And in this, we will see that we'll make another column, P0, Q0. So P0 and Q0. 20 into 8, 160. 50 into 10, that is P0, Q0, 500. 40 into 15, quantity in the base year, 15, 600. 20 into 20 is 400. Now let's just take the current year prices and the base year quantity. So these are the base years taken as the weights. So 40 into 8 is 320. 60 into 10 is 600, 50 into 15 is 750, 20 into 20 is 400. Now we have to, see, we have got to sum it up. We have to sum up sigma P1 Q0 and we have to sum up sigma P0 Q0. You know, sometimes when you're doing the numerical, sometimes you write this before on top. Be very careful about the numerator and denominator part. So what will come as a numerator? P1 Q0. So 2070 divided by 1660 into 100, and index number by this method, Laspeyre's method, is 124.7. That's the answer. That shows a net increase of 24.7 in prices in the year 2015 as compared to the year 2010. Alright. So again, once again, P1 is the current year price, P0 is the base year price, and Q0 is the quantity. Here just remember, what is important in this is for weights, remember we take Q0, which is important. In Laspeyre's method, Q0 is important. And in Pasteur's method, what will be important will be Q1. Alright, this will be important. So what we will do in the next class, we're going to do that. Instead of P0, it will be P0 Q1 and P1 Q1. So right now, let me just again repeat myself that please do this in your notebooks and open your books, your course books. Take that illustration from whichever course book you are referring to, and or whichever your teacher has taught you, just go through that. And then another thing you will do is go to the exercise and do one by Laspeyre's method. Alright, so next is Pasteur's method.